Hello folks, it's Isabel here, of course. Welcome if you are joining me for the first time, and if you're coming back, thank you for rejoining me. I have been muttering and mumbling, whether on here or to myself, for quite some time that I wanted to do some deck collection videos. But what I also want to do is I need to do some decluttering. I need to have a look. I know I've got decks that I haven't even worked with that I don't think I'm going to work with. They've been sat there for an awfully long time. So what I thought I would do today is that I would tackle this. So I'm going to start with this particular video, which will be potentially the first, she says, is actually just probably going to be quite quick, because I'm just going to pull out playing cards and Lenormand. So I have got a couple of playing card decks. I also have a book, the Jonathan D book, I think. So as ever with me, if you don't know, I jump from thing to thing from time to time. So there was a point a couple of years ago where I suddenly decided I needed to try having playing cards, and I was going to layer up my readings. This box, by the way, was when I bought a Lamucci design deck. It came in this. I have actually moved that deck on. It was the... can't remember. But anyway, I backed a Lamucci deck, but it came in this nice box, which currently serves as storage for playing cards. Some of the playing cards I've got in here are not ones that relate to maybe tarot or astrology. I just actually put them in because I was kind of like one of the things I was going to do. So I got a brand new pack of playing cards, and one of my plans is to use these to write on and do like meanings and linkages to tarot and stuff like that, and Lenormand, but I haven't done that yet. So that's why that's a brand new pack. This is just a simple pack of playing cards. I happen to have this little one for years. I think it's from a Christmas cracker years ago, so I've put that in here. And again, these are both just standard playing cards. This was from a you know, they are just basically, these are like a freebie from a company. And here, this is quite an old set. These are actually a sort of more linen finished standard set, but it just seemed logical. The first set that I got that links to the tarot is this set here. I've shown this before on my channel. These are the 4 Coven playing cards by Phil and Jackie Lovesey, in the world of Matlock the Hare. I am a great fan and a great supporter of the work. This was the first of their decks that I got years ago. It was one of the earliest ones. It can be played as playing cards, divination, or it can be used as a game. So the a game is a really cute little deck. I haven't used it for ages, to be honest. I think the problem is, because it's playing cards and because it lives in this box, it has the world's chunkiest guidebook. But yeah, basically the book really needs completely reading through, but lots of the cards have got like these little stories or poems, and yeah, you can use it as an oracle, you can use it as standard playing cards. So they bind naps, crooked hats, lid sisters and earth weavers are the 4 suits, and so they just talk about that. Yeah. So I haven't actually looked at this one for ages. I probably ought to get it out again. So that was quite a cute little deck. I then was drawn to this one. So I don't actually have... So this is Patrick Valenza's Royal Mischief Transformation playing cards. I do not have any of the Deviant Moon decks or any of those. I actually don't like them very much. But for some reason, I did like these cards. And I think it was the way they were laid out. They're a bit glossy and sticky. But they're very different, and when I got them, I was using them with Halloween decks and trying to layer up readings a little bit. I'd seen someone do that. I quite like them. I mean, they're not taking much space, so given that I've not got loads, I might get those out again with my Halloween decks. You know, for the coming season. I then bought myself a plain pack of Harry Potter cards because I love Harry Potter stuff. I think I saw these on Sandra's channel actually. These were from a cheap bookshop in the UK, so they were only a couple of quid. So they're nothing special, but they do have the actual actors from the films of Harry Potter on them. So yeah, so it's quite cool. So again, if I actually get round to understanding a bit more about the suits and stuff and cartomancy with playing cards as opposed to tarot, then I could use these. That was the intention. However, me being me, I recently managed to get myself drawn. So a new set to my collection is this. I found this on eBay. And these are from a company called Dead on Paper Project. I think that it's an older company. These are called the Arcana Tarot playing cards. So I've only just got these in. I got them on eBay, exceptionally cheap. And basically, from what I can gather, it is a set of playing cards, but they have a set of kind of joker cards that are 4 of the key major arcana. So you have the Tower, you have Death, the Fool, and the Lovers. And then these cards are set up really cleverly with the tarot suit as well as the playing card suit. So that's quite clever and quite helpful actually. But these are all just sort of standard playing cards. And then you have the Jack, Queen, King. So this is a standard set of 52 playing cards, but all linked to the tarot suits with their symbols, plus these 4 extra. And they are quite a nice kind of linen cardstock. And as it happened, I did a little bit of research before I got them. But the person was selling them in combination with this expansion pack. And what the expansion pack is, and this had literally never been opened. This was brand new. I took the paper off, the packaging off. It was plastic wrapped. The expansion pack seems to have 2 sets of cards. And what these cards do is that they, they make the other set. They fall off my hands to annoy me. It has cards which make up the other set into a full set of tarot cards. What it does have though is it has 1 set in dark and 1 set in light. Now I can't see myself using this with the other set because to me that's going to look too obvious. I have a feeling that at the time they did a light and a dark set, and that might be why they've done this. But anyway, so this basically then is, so this is their kind of signature card, but then they've got jokers, and then you will see that there's 4 pages, so to increase the court cards, and then each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, so 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there, those cards will make the other set into a tarot deck. And then for some reason, I don't know why, we have another death card, a Jack and a King. Don't know why. So basically, with the 2 sets, and as I say, then there's a set that are done as a light set. I think the characters, let me just have a look. Magician, High Priestess. So it's exactly the same art, just on a lighter cardstock. No, not cardstock, lighter colour. So yeah, so they're really quite intriguing. So basically you've got a set of tarot cards or a set of playing cards, set of pit tarot cards or playing cards, whichever way you want to look at it. So I haven't explored those very much yet. They only came in the other day and I've been up to my eyeballs in work. So I'm not going to put them in here yet. But that's what I've got in the way of playing cards. So say my intention was, certainly when I got the Patrick Valenza one, I'd watched some videos about layering readings. This box is broken. And so I was hoping to do that. But anyway, I try not to get, the only reason I got these was because I was really intrigued by them and I quite like them. They were a good price, and because I'm stupid, no. But I'm not going to get loads more playing cards. I do see them and then I think, oh, I'm not going to use them, so that's no good. Likewise with Lenormand, so I'm just going to put these here. Hopefully that's okay. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess. I haven't got loads of space. So this is a box from a lady who I bought lots of stuff off. She had a shop called Moon and Furrow. She does lots of handkerchiefs, some of which I use on my channel. And again, I'm just reusing the box. I have 3 Lenormand decks. And again, I have a book. And much like playing cards, quite early on, I suddenly came across, I think it was when I wanted to learn Lenormand, and I found the Anna Kay, and I ordered that and the tarot deck, and I ordered this, and I back to Kickstarter, and then I've not learned it. So again, I've looked at other Lenormand, and I've been stopping myself buying any because it just, yeah, it would be a waste of money at this point in time. I haven't let these go because I do want to learn, and I think, well, this is my curated collection for now. If I learn and if it's something I enjoy and I want to get other decks, I will. Or if I see something particularly special, then I'll get it. But for now, this is what we've got. So this is the standard Bluebird Lenormand. So this is one of the ones that you can get very easily on somewhere like Amazon, made by US Games, that has the Lenormand symbolism. Let me just, I'm not gonna, one of the cards has got stuck, but it has the playing card association, poem, and the character. So the intention was that because this is kind of like the original, it would help me learn. It does come with like the equivalent of a little white book, or a little blue book in this case. And the book does have sort of meanings and things, but it is something I need to learn. But this was bought for study, so that I can study the cards. As I say, you know, I was saying with the playing card set, I need to do myself some kind of learning journey for this. The Anna Kay. So this was the one I picked up. I got the Anna Kay direct from the creator at the time. It's a couple of years ago now. A few years, actually. Probably way back in like 21. Let me just have a look. I've got a thing up that I can look in front of me. Yeah. I'm going to say 2021. Yeah, 2021 I got these. So very early in my studies and journey. And I was looking, and I actually bought the Lenormand and the tarot from Anna Kay directly, and they both end up on my purgatory list on a regular basis and then go back in the box. I really liked these as Lenormand, and I still do actually. You know, when you think about what Lenormand are, I find them really clear in terms of what the characters are. I really love the art in these. I think it's, in some ways, it's nicer than the tarot because there's less of the scary faces in it. But obviously the thing with Lenormand is you need to know what the cards indicate, because it's not necessarily done based on what you see in front of you. It's done based on what the cards are intended to say. What the message is that's behind the card. I absolutely love that one for a dog. So I think, you know, as a Lenormand, I like this. The only thing is it's quite big in terms of if you're doing a tableau or something, which tends to need a lot more space. I'd be taking up half the house. But, you know, it is, when I get round to learning, which I intend to do when I'm probably retired at this rate, that's there. So, and then this was one I backed on Kickstarter. So this is the Midia Lenormand. So this creator has created this Lenormand multiple times. So Midia Arts, I can't remember the artist's name. Sorry, let me just get Klara Spalinska from Midia. So she's based in Poland. She'd created this in a black and white. So this is the 3rd edition. And so I backed this when I was obsessed with Lenormand at that point in time. So this is, we're talking probably early 2021 when I backed it. It was one of my early backed decks on Kickstarter. I still love it. Again, a bit like the Anna Kay. I feel like the 2 Lenormands I've got, I really like. But, you know, I don't need any more. So there's a thank you card. And then actually the instructions came in Polish and I think French. So they stay at the bottom. There were a couple of stickers that I should put in a journal, but I haven't. They're still in the box. And then I got them, it came with, I think whichever level I got this beautiful tableau cloth, and this is a really nice material, and a bag for it, which again is really lovely. And so if you haven't seen this, this is the Media Lenormand, which there have been other editions. Let me just put the instructions. There is a little book, there is a card authenticity. So this has the carrot beautifully painted. I think they're pencil drawn, and then she kind of colour washed them with these pink, like a pinky hue, bit of green, a bit of yellow. So all the cards are in this kind of same colouring. And basically, much like the Anna Kay, they are simply the things that you need. She's put the playing card reference on here as well, which is good. And they are a simple set of Lenormand cards. Again, they are big. And part of me thinks that if I do start doing Lenormand, I'd be quite keen to have a set that was smaller. I know you can get like some smaller minier ones. So minier ones, dear me. There is two. There's a he and a she, as well. I can't remember. It's a he and a she rather than a man and a woman, I think. Which, just checking what else. Dog, yeah. I think basically, yeah, there's a he and there's a she. Very simple. I know some people like to have options for those cards, but I'm fine with that. So that is literally, that is it for my playing cards and my Lenormand, because they are not a big part of my collection. They are a small part that I wish to learn, but because I haven't, and because I really don't have an intense practice at the moment, I haven't got any more. So I'm going to put all these away, and then we will I will come back and do another video on, probably at the same time, it'll kind of follow on, but on the next stage.